Aussie Villain, and welcome to episode 88 of Raise the Holt. Now, since the last episode where we had a stunning win against Chelsea, we progressed in the Champions League. We've had just the two games. First up, it was Stoke at home in the FA Cup. This was the quarter-final. You can see we got a 3-0 win. Now, we wasted a lot of opportunities, but we were ultimately just too good for Stoke. You can see Gonzalez opened the scoring. There was an own goal and Dele Alli as well with the third. Then we hosted Brighton in the league. Now, we were poor in the first half. We had gone back to our usual, 5-3-2 formation against Stoke. That's what we played. Against Brighton, we started with that. We were poor in the first half. We switched back to the 4-3-3 that we had last episode. In the second half, we were much better. Hans Daly and Paddy Roberts, both wingers getting on the score sheet. 2-0 win, keeps the invincible season going. So if we look at the league table, you can see we're still a mile on top. City's played an extra game than us, but we still have the 11-point lead. So this episode, we put the invincible record on the line at Old Trafford, and then we're going to have the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinal against Paris. We know that they beat us in our first final in the Champions League. Last year, we absolutely smashed them. I think we beat them 5 or 4 in the second leg to get into, and obviously we are now defending European champions. So that's going to be huge. But let's start off with Manchester United away. This is the team we're going with. We're sticking with the 4-3-3. We've looked better playing that lately, so we're going to go with that. Scolini in goal. It's Mings, Van Drongelen, Magnelli, and Stemenkovic across the back. Ahmedzovic comes in to play the halfback role. Luis Felipe and Dele Alli in midfield. Daly, that threw me for a second. But Daly and Roberts down the wings. We're going Jordan Cameron, the big Aussie target man up top. Sure, he'll knock in the goals for us. We know he's a beast in the air, so this is hopefully the team that will keep us going. All right, so we can see, look at Manchester United. They've maybe tried to match up our old formation there. Will we get some benefit from this? Time will tell. Team talk-wise, remind the fans expect. We've been on a good run lately. Let's go out and impress. The old calm, we have faith. And then let's go on out there. All right, here we go. It is kind of timely to be at Old Trafford, isn't it? It's really sad that Sir Alex is in hospital with his brain hemorrhage. So hopefully he'll make a full recovery. But yeah, it was a bit of a shock, wasn't it, to hear that. But let's see what we can do in this game here. We'll give them some encouragement early on. This invincible, unbeaten season, it's starting to do my head, and I dread going into record. I dread playing through just in case I lose one now without Hans Daly. I did somewhat plan for this just in case. We've got the boob, so we can bring him on. Yeah, I think he's probably a better option out wide than is Callum Mosley. Callum Mosley is there. Yeah, he is definitely a better option. Callum Mosley's there. I did pick him more to play as a striker with the boob as an option to play wide. So hopefully Hans injured Daly, living up to his name. That's not going to be too serious. If it is, then we don't really have wingers because we kind of left that behind a few seasons ago, didn't we? Give them some encouragement here. We could perhaps... Anyway, we'll deal with that later, and we've got to get through this game before we worry about Paris and beyond. Got the ball out there. Gone for the boob. Go on, booby. Goes down the wing, crosses it in. Can Daly get that kill? What's his name? Cameron. That's why he's in the team. The big Aussie, Jordan Cameron, just bangs him in. Anything in the air, it's in his direction. It just goes in the back of the net, doesn't it? He is an absolute beast in the air. Look at that. Decent cross in. He's got 3 defenders on him, but that's not going to stop Jordan Cameron. Still gets his head to the ball into the back of the net. That's a good end to the half. If we can just make sure we get into half-time here. And there it is. 1-0 up at Old Trafford. Eventually, there we go. Blow it up, ref. So an even half, we could not say that we've dominated that, but not bad at all. Things are going well. We're capable of better. What we'll do is I'll do these individual team talks, and then we'll come back for the second half. All right, here we go for the second half. Now, they have made a change. It looks like it's just one striker for another, doesn't it? Hopefully, we'll just check and just make sure they haven't changed formation. No, they've still got the 2 up top. And... let's see what we can do here. Now, we should talk too about next season. Unless there's a demand out there for me to stay and have a director of football take over transfers and contract renewals, it looks like we will be leaving. I was having a quick look at the job market. Oh, hang on, let's Oh, Lukaku. No, Golini. What a save that is. And Mings will hopefully be able to clear that for us. Good effort. Looking at the insecure jobs, because we're in, I think, early days of April, so chances are that insecure jobs now are probably going to become available in the summer. One that is available that does interest me potentially is Nottingham Forest in the Championship, but they are currently in the relegation zone of the Championship. So I think if they were to avoid relegation, maybe their job wouldn't become available, but that could be one potentially to try and bring Forest back like we have done with Villa. Chelsea and Man United are both insecure, but I mean, that's a step down for us, isn't it? I mean, if we're going to build another team up, that's a good pass. Lukaku's in. Golini and McNanelli have cleared that away. We're looking as if we're getting played in behind a little bit too easily there. That's twice now, so let's just drop off a little bit. We've had 2 warnings. We don't want a third. Now, Paddy Roberts is not having his best game. Let's give them some encouragement. I think Patrick Roberts is just not having a good game. Can we play Stemenkovic up there, I wonder? I think we can. I'm going to ignore that match rating because I think he has everything that he needs to play up there. I think he will be fine to play as a winger further up the field. What we might just look to start and do after this highlight, hopefully we're not going to concede. We might just look to start and shut this game down a little bit. But a wonderful ball for Griezmann. Good save from Golini. Are we going to get away with it? We are. Whoa. What a pass through for Griezmann that was. I think it was Pogba that put it in. All right, so let's put our fullbacks back to defensive. Let's just quickly go in here. We'll go back to standard. We'll just lower the tempo. We will look to retain possession, stay on feet, be more disciplined, stick to positions, all the usual stuff. We might just look to be a little bit more structured as well in our play. We'll go back out there. We did get away with one there, though. I think that I don't think. That should have been a goal. Let's take this onto defensive now. Oh dear, it's a free kick. It's someone we've never heard of. Golini. This is a game we have completely got out of jail from, I think. United should have scored at least 1 in the second half. They should have scored probably 2 or 3, shouldn't they? But the boob just running it out of play. It's a little bit of showboating late in the game. We've given them a concentrate. As the full-time whistle blows, we've got the 3 points. We got the goal, but look at that. We were lucky, weren't we? But that towering header from Jordan Cameron has got us the job. That was a bit of a let-off. Golini was actually quite good, so we'll give him a you did well. He definitely kept us in that game. And who else is angered there? It's Stemenkovic. Well, I mean, we played him a little bit out of position. I don't really think that's worthy of being angry. All right, we're not going to play around with this. All right, fortunate to beat United. I would definitely agree with that. He's out 14 days to about 2 weeks, so that could be worse, couldn't it? So we should have him back soon. We've played Melbourne Victory, boo, not my favourite team, but we've played them an extra 95,000 for Stemenkovic for his 20 league goals for Villa. We'll come back and do this match report off camera, but stay there. We'll be back for the first leg of our Champions League quarterfinal against Paris. All right, welcome back. It's Paris Saint-Germain. It's the Champions League quarterfinal first leg. You can see we've only actually beaten them once, but that was I think, as I said, 4 or 5 we put past them. They've only beaten us once, but that was the Champions League final. We've had the 2 draws in between. So this is the team we're going with. We're reverting back to the 5-3-2. The reason being their attacking trio up front is just absolutely scary. I just want to have the extra cover in defence with the 3 defenders. So it's Golini, Van Drongelen, Magnanelli, Kone, Mings and Stemenkovic down the wings. Lima comes back after being suspended for Manchester United, along with Luis Felipe in midfield. It's Ali, it's Gonzalez, and it is Wilson to lead the line for us. All right, Dembele, Neymar, and Zuvazovic. A little bit of pace up front for him, isn't there? To counter that, we are going to sit a little bit deeper than we normally would. What does Rebrov say? Do it for the fans. We're at home. It's probably the one we want to go with. Give the fans their money's worth. We'll give it some calm faith. And hopefully we'll get out there and hopefully just give a performance. We just want to, if nothing else, just make sure that the second leg is alive here for us, don't we? I'm not a massive fan of playing the first leg at home. You don't really know what's... Oh, no. What a horrible start. You don't know what a good result is. So let's give them an encourage. At least, if you come home and you know what you need, you can set up accordingly. But did Magnelli head that back? No, he just lost it in the air. That's not good. That's an away goal. We have not had a good start here. We're not playing well. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have changed the formation back, but I just feel like we just need that extra defender as cover as much as anything, just due to their attacking quality. Mings knocks it in. Not a great cross, was it? Oh, come on. Highlight continues. Zivazovic, whatever that name is, goes across field to Dembele. No, Ousmane Dembele is absolute pace to burn, but we've done well there. Just crowded him out, did not give him a chance to run. That's exactly what we want. It's gone up for Dele Alli. Ali's gone over for Stemenkovic. It does find its way through to him. Can we find Gonzalez or Wilson in the box? It's come in for Wilson! Wilson hasn't had his best season for us this year. He's in the team because he's a legend for us, isn't he? Along with Gonzalez, because Gonzalez hat-trick in the Champions League final against Real Madrid. He goes down. He has a statue outside Villa Park now, I'm sure. But, yeah, Wilson hasn't had his best year, but he's always done it for us. That's a decent pass. Is he onside? It's a goal. He is. Yes, go! That pass from Dele Alli, absolute wonderful stuff. And just as I was praising Wilson, he's timed his run to perfection. I think he's offside. Is he? Maybe the defender over this side is playing him on. I think that was offside. I think we've got away with one there. But that's fine. We will take that and run. All right, so let's see if we can reassess. Magnelli's not having his best game. Look at that. We really need him to be playing at his best. And he hasn't. I don't remember him having a bad game for us. He's an absolute beast. I mean, look at that. Those are physical stats. That's Messi-esque. It's absolutely incredible. All right, let's give them another encourage. Have we been the better? We haven't had as much of the ball as we'd like, but we're doing a little bit more with it. We're certainly getting shots on goal. Ali's got a booking, which isn't ideal. Let's not concede in first half stoppage time, please. We've got it clear for Gonzalez. Brings it down nicely on the chest. That's vintage Gonzalez, isn't it? Can he find? We've got two men in the box. He's crossed it for Wilson. It's off for Ali. Oh, he's put it past the post. He should have scored. Maybe should have's a little harsh. It came to him very quickly, but that was a really, really good chance. Well, we haven't been at our best, but we have far from being outplayed. I'm going to say I'm not pleased with it, only because those match ratings aren't fantastic. We'll tell Wilson he's done well, because he took his chance brilliantly. We'll tell Dele Alli assertively, don't get yourself sent off. We cannot afford to go down to 10 men here. Everybody else looks fine. Let's just get back out there. See what this second half brings. Hopefully, it won't bring any more away goals. That's the last thing we want. If we start doing 2 or more away goals, then we start to find ourselves in some serious trouble. 1-1, again, it's not ideal, but we score once, it's cancelled out, and then we can draw the game after that. Let's give these guys a concentrate. A little bit concerned. Magnelli, our defence is not having the best game. So it's probably a good thing we have an extra one of them in there. I'm worried about a few things, but Felipe is looking nervous. He is not having his best game. So we'll bring on Joey Joyce. He can run with the ball a little bit more. We don't have to tell him not to run at the ball for fear of him tripping over it. Wilson is on a yellow, which is slightly concerning, but unless he goes and dives, that should be fine. The other change potentially is Ali for Paddy Roberts. Ali's looking tired. He's on a booking. He is motivated. Mings is also on a booking now. That's not good. Fresh legs, if nothing else, I think. We'll bring Paddy Roberts on. Oh, wait, I can... we have him on support. What we really want is we really want him on attack. But we'll let the sub happen, and then we can go back and fix that. Oh, he's on attack. Why did I see that support? I'm just seeing things. And don't mind me, nothing to see here. Okay. We have another sub if we need it. Let's give them a concentrate. We haven't had as much of the ball as we would like. It's been a lot more even this set. Well, the fact that the match stats are even means that Paris has had a lot better of this second half. Can we win that ball? Let's just get away with 1-1 if we can, please. It's gone to whistle. Oh, I thought he was played in. Well, 1-1, it's not ideal. We haven't lost. We have conceded an away goal. I don't think we were good. I'm not pleased with what I saw. I could tell a few people here individually that didn't play well that were not pleased. Conrad Lima was fine. We'll just give him an unlucky. Or there we go. Appreciate the efforts. Did we take off anybody that played rubbish? He's fired up Felipe anyway, so that's fine. So there it is, 1-1. Not ideal. We've conceded the away goal, but it does make the second leg interesting, and that'll be next episode. Now, we can win the league next round, but because we play the early game against Middlesbrough before Manchester City play, it means that even if we beat Middlesbrough, it won't actually crown us league champions unless City lose. So what I think we'll do next episode is we won't do the Middlesbrough game, because win, lose or draw, we can't win the league. We'll come back for Paris, at which case, if City have dropped points, they're playing Crystal Palace. We can start the episode with celebrating being crowned league champions. So we'll come back for the second leg against Paris, which is going to be tough, isn't it? 1-1 first leg, not ideal. And then we'll finish the episode with Crystal Palace away. Any sort of result in that, and if my maths is correct, then we will be crowned league champions. So next episode is going to be huge. That's it for this episode, though. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed that, a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. Otherwise, I've been Aussie Villa, and thank you very much for watching. And here are our best goals from March. Take care.